Hey everybody, welcome back. This is a 45-minute lower body focus bar workout. So we're going to want our mini ball and we're going to want a chair, the back of a chair, or any other stabilizing surface like a bar stool or a railing or a countertop, something that can support your weight without taking your weight fully on. So when we think about using a prop in our bar class, we want to think about it in terms of it's just an assist. It's not going to hold our whole body weight because we're trying to get that extra core work. So keep that in mind when you're picking your prop. Let's get started, shall we? 45 minutes, lower body focus. We're going to get the core and a little bit of upper body in there as well. But by the end of this, we should be really feeling those legs, feeling strong and feeling ready. So let's meet right here on the mat. We're going to take it into a tabletop position. All right, so we'll come right into tabletop here and we're going to bring the ball in between the thighs, closer to the pelvis than the knees. So give it a squeeze in, bring the hands underneath the shoulders and the toes are going to curl underneath here. We want to line those shoulder caps up with the heel of the hand. So a slight draw forward, almost like you were trying to direct those knuckles toward the shoulders rather towards those first sets of knuckles. Plant down through every finger pad and lengthen the chest forward. You want to wrap the shoulders down the back. Squeeze into those armpits and the softest little whisper of a bend here into those elbows. Curl the toes under, squeeze into the ball with your inner thighs and feel the low belly lift and engage. Now watch my lower back here really quick. We want to find a tabletop with a flat lower back, like we could rest a cup of tea there. If we're here too round in the lower back, that cup of tea would slide off. If we're here too lifted through the upper back or through the lower back rather, it would fall forward. So we want to find a nice flat neutral pelvis, squeeze into that ball. We're going to press down into the hands. On the count of 1, we lift the knees and inch up off the ground in 3, in 2, and 1. Little lift, just an inch. We're up right here. Hold it. Now I want you to think about squeezing the inner thighs into the ball and lengthening the chest forward. The more we squeeze, the more we can feel the relationship between the inner thighs and the pelvic floor and the low abdominals, right? Hold it here. It's 10, 9, 8. We're going to start these tiny pulses in 5, 4, 3. Squeeze the knees together in 2 and 1. Here we go. Come in. So the knee points are underneath the hip points. And we're trying to ignite those inner thighs here. So it translates to strengthen the rest of the lower body. Keep pulsing. Navel pulls in. Shoulders wrap down the back. We're still drawing into the armpits here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and tap the knees down on 1. Give yourself a little roll back if you need to. Readjust that ball in place between the inner thighs. We're going to do it again, 20 this time. Take a deep breath in. Find that low back nice and neutral. As we exhale, press the ground away with the hands and feet. Little pulses right here. 20, 19. Chin is out of the chest here. And we're thinking about inviting a long open chest, nice and wide here. Shoulders are organized on top of the upper back. We're finding those tiny little pulses in. It's in right here. 10 more. 10, 9. So we want to create stability in the body. Every other part of the body that's not the inner thighs is holding still, holding stable here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and squeeze right here for 10, 9, 8. Lift the low abdominals in and up. It's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Hips up and back down, dog on 1. Keep that ball in place. Really nice. Give yourself a little wiggle from side to side with the hips, pressing down into the hands. We're going to roll right into a plank in 3, in 2, and 1. Take it forward. Shoulders over wrists. Heels up high. Squeezing that ball. Same, just a different shape. Press down into the hands. Wrap those ribs up towards the upper back. And the upper back muscles, the shoulders, wrap them towards the front of the ribs. Like a big hug from front to back and back to front for 8, 7, 6, 5, downward facing dog in 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, roll those hips back, take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. So we're just really activating some deep muscles here. One more time on a static hold plank. Take it forward, press down into the hands, squeeze that ball. Now I want you to think about rolling the hip flexors up towards the ribs, leaving the lower back nice and flat. We hold it here for 8. Squeeze those armpits in. Chin is out of the chest, but we're not looking forward. We're looking towards the front of our mat here. Last 4, 3. We're going to start to pulse in 2 and 1. Squeeze it in. 10, 9. So you might not even see these movements here. They're really subtle, really small. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You got it. Hold on 1. Take a deep breath in. We exhale, roll it back, downward facing dog. Let's go one more time. We're going to take it right into plank. Take an inhale, roll forward. Exhale. All right, 20 pulses when you're ready. Take it in. 20, 19, big squeeze. In, low abdominals, engaged, nice and deep here. Whoo, we got 12, 11, 10, 9, I'm already sweating. Whew. It's gonna be a good one. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, 10 seconds, and we're gonna tap those knees down. Right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, tap the knees down, 2, and 1, roll it back. Beautiful job, really good, guys. Roll it forward here, take yourself through tabletop, move the block, or rather the ball, and we'll take it all the way down onto the back, little bridge position. Now we're gonna hold the ball in the hands, right above the chest. Come to the back of your skull, relax the shoulders onto the mat, chest is open. Now the lower back is nice and flat here. We're gonna lift the pubic bone so it's neutral underneath the navel, and draw the hip flexors up towards the ribs. Bring the ball up above, just in front of the chest here. Give it a big squeeze. Feel the chest muscles and the shoulder muscles activate. We'll take the feet a little bit wider here. So the heels are on the outer edges of the mat. The toes are pointing slightly outward. Nice and wide stance. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, squeeze to lift. Stay neutral. Pubic bone underneath the navel. Tiny pulses. Up, up, up. So we drop 1 inch down and we lift 1 inch up, and staying in that tiny short range of motion here gives the muscles a chance to really activate and turn on. When we stay in that tiny short range, the contraction of the muscle lasts longer. Up, down, 10, 9, 8, 7. We're gonna do this again in 6, 5, 4, 3, nice and neutral, long lower back here for 2 and 1. Tap it down, just a moment, inhale, and then exhale, staying neutral. We squeeze back up, press down into the ground with the heels. We're gonna add the arms here, just a little pulse into the ball. So we drop the hips an inch, and we squeeze back in. It goes down, up, down, squeeze, squeeze, down, down. So again, it's a really subtle movement with the upper body, just giving that little squeeze in. You cannot pop this ball, but I want you to act as if you could, right? Down, up, squeeze up, 10. Here's 8, 7. Chest is open. Let's not crowd out the ears here with the shoulders. Everything stays nice and elongated through the upper body, so the chest is open and the neck is long. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1. Now we're going to drop the hips 2 inches down and then 2 inches up. So just a little bit longer. Down slow and up slow. Last 10 right here. It's 2 down and 2 up. Nice and slow. Down 2 and up 2. 8 more. Down 2 and up 2. Keeping all of those muscles wrapping in towards the spine. Remember that sensation of a hug from the front to the back and the back to the front. Down 2. Up 2. Just squeeze into that ball. Down 2 and up 2. So good. Right here. Down 2. And up 2. 3 more. Down. Slow. Up. Slow. We really want this core and these glutes activated and ready for some of our bigger work. This is all prep work for what's to come. Let's go 2 more. Squeeze up, lift. Down 2, up 2. Tiny pulses right here. Down, up, up, up. Just 10. Then we're gonna move on into some glute work in tabletop position, as if we haven't already been doing glute work this whole time, right? 8, 7, 6. Stay with me. I know this is tricky, but eventually that fatigue starts to come in later and later as we get stronger, right? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, nice and tight with the core on. 1, just hold it 10 seconds. Press down into the heels. Feel that nice long lower back, a neutral pelvis right here for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, we lower down. Give yourself a little squeeze. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Let's take the ball off to the side just for a moment. You can hold it into one hand. Pull the knees close to the chest. We're going to do this 4 times and then we'll move on. So both knees fall over to the left. Nice big twist. You're going to look over towards the right. Whew, that feels good. And then both knees come through center. Drop them over at the right. You'll look over to the left. You can feel those obliques start to wake up a little bit as we keep rooted through the lower back. Last two. Beautiful. One more. Take it up. That's it. Now when we lift up nice and slow here, we're going to gather those knees in towards the chest. Make yourself this small little ball shape up and down that spine. Come to a seated position. Maybe we roll it once or twice. And we'll come right into a tabletop position from here. We're going to take those the ball behind the right knee. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Always feel free to pad the knees here if you need to. Let's find that nice neutral pelvic shape. So we draw the ribs together. We lift up through the low abs and press down through the hands. Curl the left toes under for a little bit more stability if you need. We're just gonna lift and lower, right leg up. Slow and down, slow. So I like a pointed toe here. You could play between a point and a flex. Maybe take it right in between for a floint, a point and a flex together, right? Nice and slow. You can think of this as just that prep work, right? For bigger, more intense work coming our way. Now I want you to really focus on keeping the navel in and up towards the spine. And that right hip, especially when the right knee starts to travel back, that right hip stays in line with the left. Nice and slow, pressing down through both hands. And if you're feeling off balance, off center, maybe even deepening that press into the right hand. I know you can do this. You got it right here. 6 more and then we're gonna add on. Really good. Squeeze up, lift. You'll feel those hamstrings. You'll feel those glutes. A little tiny upward spiral of the right inner upper thigh. Super good. Last 3. Nice and slow. We're gonna find some pulses in 2. Take it down one more time. Hold and pulse right here. We go up, down, up, down. So it's just one tiny inch of movement, but holding that ball behind the knee adds a little bit more because those muscles holding the ball there are already activated. And then we're pulsing from an activated muscle. A little bit more intense. Keep the navel reaching in and up. That front hug from the back and that back hug to the front. 8, 7, 6. We're gonna lower that left forearm down and take the right fingertips out for balance. And then 4, 3, 2, hold on 1. Now left forearm comes down across that front edge of the mat, nice and parallel. Right fingertips next to the left for balance. Take that right knee down and pull it out to the side. We lift it up, take it down, press it back. Yeah, just like that, nice and slow. Super important here that we keep that neutral pelvic shape. And if you think about the height of the leg lift here, you're kind of shortchanging yourself on the benefit of the work. It's not about how high to the right your leg goes. It's about the muscle quality and activation that you can give it on the way up. Yeah? So we're not focusing on the aesthetics of the position, what it looks like. We're focusing on what it feels like. Squeeze up, lift, and lower. We're going 2 more times. We're gonna speed it up a little bit. You can do this. Squeeze up, lift. 1 more time, nice and slow like that. You're feeling free here to stay with this slower pace if you need to all day. This is your workout, right? Maybe we speed it up right here. It's up and in, back, in, up, in. Now, as we go faster, we need to focus even deeper on the core, staying neutral, staying active, up and in, out and in. 6 more, it's 6. Woo! Yeah. Now we're gonna take a little bit of a hip circle in 5. Should feel really good after this straight movement here. Good, find that breath. Shoulders stay strong, core stays strong, chest stays open. Yeah, paying attention to the whole body, even though it's just that right leg. 2 more, guys. Woo. Out, in, 1 more. Hold it out. Now, little circle in, back, and out. Yeah, woo, drop the ball. Anytime you drop the ball, it probably will happen. You're just gonna jump right back in, circle it back, and in. Take it back, roll it out, take it in. Good, just like that for 3. And 2, squeezing into that ball. 1 more, hold it out to the side right here. Bring it in towards the tricep, peel that right knee back, open it up. In towards the tricep, peel it back. Almost like you were trying to hug your right heel towards your left glute, open it up. Give it to me right here, guys. Core is nice and tight. Tell yourself you can and watch yourself go. Yeah? 5 more. Keeping that chest nice and open. Here's 4. And back. Big squeeze of the glute on the way in. Squeeze. Extend it back. 2 more. So good. Right here. Hold it back 1 more time right here. Little pulses up and down. It's up. It's up. Now these pulses are meant to be small. We want to lift up through that left oblique. Press down through that left forearm, making space in the body. 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it. 4, 3. You can right here. It's 2. Hold on 1. Just hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, bring it down. We'll move the ball into the hands. Little child's pose moment. Hug it back in space here. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. I'm going to take it to the opposite side so you can see the left leg just a little bit more clearly. Come back up to tabletop. Ball comes behind the left knee. Both hands are planted to the ground here. Just that whisper of a bend into the elbows. Shoulders organized on the upper back. Go ahead and squeeze the armpits in and feel those shoulders activate. We're going to go up slow. Take it down slow. Up slow. And down slow. So the second side, it's almost not even fair, right? Because we know it's coming. That's the good and the bad news. Right knee is underneath the right hip. If you feel yourself off balance, maybe we press deeper into that left hand. Little upward spiral in that left upper thigh. Navel in. It's that hug towards the spine with every movement. We're going 8 more times, then we're moving on. Navel in, ribs back, press the ground away. Chest is active, armpits active. Woo. 4. Last 3. We're gonna pulse it out into nice and slow, no rush. 1 more, here we go. Take it up, point it up, little pulses. Up, down, pulse it, lift it. It's up, 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold on 1. So right forearm is parallel to that front edge of the mat. Left fingertips are near the right for balance. We take it in, we press it out, lift. We take it in, down, we press it back, lift. Good. In and out. In, yeah. And back. So good. Nice and slow on purpose. 5 more times. Nice and slow. Then we speed it up. Right? Here we go. Keep that breath active. Last 3. Feeling that right glute stay nice and stable as the left side does its work. 2 more. Chin out of the chest. We don't want that head to hang heavy here. Keeping the shoulders and upper back nice and active. Give me 1 more here. We're going to speed it up. Hold it. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's in. Good. If this is too fast, you work at a slower pace. Take what works for you. Keeping that form. Woo! Back. In, out, in, back. Out. 6. Yes. Good. 4. Out, 3, lift, down, out, in, 2, down, out, in, take it out, hold it out. You know, here we go. Take it into the tricep, wrap it back. Into the tricep, wrap it back. So we're thinking about extending that left knee behind us, pressing down into right forearm, lifting up through right oblique. You got it right here for 6. So good. 5. Woo. Squeezing that ball in place here. Good. It's 3. Bolting that left hip up so the left hip doesn't move. The glute moves the thigh bone. 2 more. Yes. 1 more. We're going to hold and pulse it back right here. Take it back and pulse. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Good. 8, 7. Hip circles in 3, in 2, and 1. Here we go. Roll it in and out. Good. In and out. Nice big breath. 3 more. In, slow, out, slow. Beautiful job. 2 more times. Up. 1 more time. Let's hold it right here. Wrap that left knee back. Just hold it. 10. Pull the ribs in. Pull the navel in. 8, 7, 6, 5,
4. Let's stand up in 3, in 2, and 1. Here we go. Take that left knee down. Move the ball off to the side. Maybe a little park back into child's pose if you need it. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. So good. Now we're going to come all the way up to a standing position, taking the ball with us, coming in between the thighs. Ooh, feel those glutes on. So we're going to take the ball right in between the thighs, bring the feet towards hip width distance. So we squish the ball a little bit. We're going to draw the pubic bone underneath the navel, nice and neutral pelvis, flat lower back. Lift the chest open, pull those ribs in. Front hugs to the back hugs to the front, and we're locked in. Knees are a little bit bent here. Squeeze up and down. Squeeze up and down. So we squeeze into the ball and we lower the heels down. Squeeze and lower. So if you're like me and you have the natural tendency to pull your tailbone back in space, I want you to think about inviting it slightly forward. Just the tiniest little tuck forward here. 8 more times. Heels go straight up. Heels go straight down. Squeeze the ball up. Squeeze the ball down. For 6. Chest is nice and open, wrapping those ribs in, feeling those corset muscles on and engaged, drawing inward towards the spine. Let's go for 4. Let's go for 3. We're going to take the arms towards the ceiling in 2. Shoulders down the back, fingertips reach up high. Hold it here on 1. Pulse in. Pulse in. In with the inner thighs. In. 8, 7, 6. If you need to take the heels down, take the heels down for 5. 4, 3, heels down in 2, heels down on 1 right here. Now pitch the chest slightly forward. Same, little bit different load. Pull the weight into the glutes. And if you're here with the lower back, wrap that tailbone slightly forward. We come up and down, up and down, up. Good. Now I'm actively squeezing into that ball with my inner thighs. I know this is hard. Whew, believe me. But I also know that you're so much stronger than you're giving yourself credit for almost always. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've seen people surprise themselves over and over and over with the innate strength that they've already got. It's already there. You just got to tap in. 8, 7. So it's not a rock back and forth. It's a straight up squeeze, lift, and lower. Up and down. 5, 4, 3. We're going to keep those heels up. 2. Hold it on 1 right here. Take the arms forward. Palms reach. Palms press back. Good. Maybe even sinking a little bit lower into those glutes. Keeping the pelvis nice and neutral. Flat lower back. When and if the heels drop down, we just squeeze back up. 4 more. Squeeze. Lift. Lower. Press. Squeeze. Lift. Lower. Press. 3 more. We're up slow. We're down slow. We're up slow. Yeah. We're down slow. 1 more. Reach the arms forward. Hold it there. Now pulse. Pulse. Heels down if you need to. We might challenge ourselves a little bit and press deeper into the big toe ball mound of both feet. Squeeze deeper into that block. Smaller pulse, more precise. It's 10, 9. If your quads are shaking, welcome to the club. Mine are too. It's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold on 1. Sing it nice and low. Hands up to prayer. Right into the chest with those thumb knuckles. Hold and squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! On 1. Lift it up. Shake those legs out. Really, really nice work. We're going to take it all the way to the chair here. So we'll bring the chair into play. And we're going to start with the ball behind the right knee. That's a little bit of a theme today. You're going to flex your foot and bring yourself just underneath the heel or the hip with that left heel. Pubic bone forward, underneath the navel, chest up nice and tall, barely brushing onto the back of the chair here. Right thigh in line with left thigh. Bring a tiny little bend into that left knee and just push back, push back, push back. Now, it might not feel like a ton at first, but as we squeeze deeper into the ball and we stand taller in the upper torso, press deeper into the left heel, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes that left hamstring, right? Good. Keep pressing. Keep pushing. We got 10, 9, 8. So we're going to slide the hands down the chair. 7, 6. Foot is flexed. Press it back for 5. Standing tall for 3 and 2. Watch this on 1. We hinge. Bend the elbows and press and lift. Pulse it 5. Back. 4, 3, 2. Hinge. Pulse it up right here 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to stand. Standing tall. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1. Slowly forward, keeping the weight in the left leg. Pulse up. 5, 4. Heel is just on top of the knee here for 3, 2, and 1. 2 more times, guys. Squeeze up, lift. Pulse it back. 5, 4. Standing tall. 2 and 1. Hinge. Little bend into that left knee. Pulse it up. 5, 4, 3. I'm still keeping barely any weight in my hands here. 2 and 1. Pulse it up. Lift. Pulse back 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, we hold. Take it all the way up. Pulse it. 5. Up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it here. Bring the chair slightly forward. Left forearm to the chair, right fingertip holds, just like in our tabletop position. We come in towards that left knee. We're gonna squeeze up, lift to the side. Take it back, press it back. Now we're mimicking our tabletop work here. Squeeze up, lift. When that right leg comes out to the right, let's try to keep the body centered over the legs. We might press a little deeper into that right arm, press a little deeper into that left heel, but we're working for symmetry. And if you don't have that symmetry yet, it's a consistency thing. It's a time thing. It will come. We're going 3 more like this. Guys, so good. I know how tricky this is. Believe me, I'm with you every sweaty step of the way, every shaky step of the way. I got you right here. Up and back. 2 more. Up and back. Hip circles. You ready? Give it 1 more time. Squeeze up, lift. Hold it back. It's a hip circle right here. Squeeze in. Good. 5. Slow and steady. We're looking for control here. Yeah? 3 more. So good. 2 more. Now we're really gonna fire things up for this left leg. 1 more. Take it back. Right knee in line with the left. Press it back. Both forearms to the back of the chair. Lift that left heel up and down. 10. Down. 9. So we really just want the movement in the left leg. Everything else is stabilizing around. We got 7. Pressing down into the big toe ball mound. My left leg could fall off right now. Up for debate. 5. 4. Yeah, extra surprise. In 3. In 2. Hold it up on 1. Left heel stays up. We pulse that right leg. 10. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So good. Take it back. Lift it up to stand if you can. Shake that left leg out. Move around a little bit. Grab some water, towel off. 10-second break. We're going to jump right back in. You guys are doing so well. Nothing about bar is easy, right? But easy is not why we're here. Not why we're doing this, I promise. You ready? Let's take that second side. I'm gonna move my chair so you can see a little bit more clearly. Ball comes behind the left knee. We get a squeeze into place and a flex of the heel. Let's set ourselves up really well here. Chair is just in front. Pubic bone underneath the navel. Standing tall, extra tall, right? Press it back right here. Left knee starts in line with the right. We press. So again, these first few, we might not feel a ton. But when we really focus in on the action of pressing back with the heel, squeezing back with the hamstring, standing tall through the upper torso, and pressing down into that left heel, there's the hamstring, right? 8. Tiny little bend of that right knee, but not enough to pitch us forward. We want to stand really tall. 6, 5, 4, 3. Here come our hinges. In 2 and 1. Here we go. We hinge, right knees bent, squeeze, and pulse it up. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, we take it down, pulse it back. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze up, lift, pulse it back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it up, hold it back, come to stand, pulse it back. Nice and tall. 5, 4, 3, 3 more, 2, and 1. Take it back, pulse it up. 5, again, almost no weight into those hands. 2, and 1. Come to stand. We're going twice more. Pulse it back, standing tall. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, pulse it up, lift and squeeze. Little lifts. Lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and strong last time. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold, squeeze, lift it up, pulse it back, up, up. 4, 3, 2. We're moving that chair slightly forward on 1. Forearm across, left hand holding for balance. Take it in towards the right knee. Squeeze out, staying centered. Squeeze in, press back. In, up, back. So again, we keep that core really strong, really active. Right heel is directly underneath the right hip. The whole core is working front to back to front, up, back. Keeping the chest lengthening forward over the back of the chair. You can point the foot, you can flex the foot, whatever feels good for you here. 4 more. Back. Woo! Hip circles in 3. Back. So tempting to load all of our upper body weight onto the chair. I want you to think about holding it in the core and the legs a little bit more than the chair. 2 more. Back. Up. Yes. Hold it back. When you're ready, it's a hip circle. Just for 5. Just for 4. Just for 3. Articulate, right? Nice and centered, nice and square. 2 more. 2. Little bit of a surprise here. Take it in, lift it up, point the toe, right heel lifts for 10 and down. 9, 8, big squeeze to lift. 7, 6, friends, this is it for 5, 4, you can right here. 3, 2, hold on 1, both forearms come down, lift that right heel back up, pulse the left leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, just 8, 7, 6. Maybe you're shaking like me. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down on 1. Shake it out, walk it off, move that ball off to the side. 10 seconds, grab some water, shake those legs out. Woo. All right, friends. We're going to take it into a standing position here. So we do not need our chair. You can take that off to the side, reach for your ball, hold it right in front of the chest, and take the feet out a little bit wider than the hips. Turn the heels in and wrap the toes out. We're gonna bend these knees so they track over the second and third toe. Now, if you need to stay a little bit higher than the hips here, or higher with the hips and the knees, feel free. You can sink it down just about to here if you can. Pubic bone underneath the ribs, underneath the navel, little pulses. Now, typically, what I see most often is a pitch forward of the chest here in this position. I want you to work to keep your shoulders on top of your hips, standing as tall as you can. Press the hands into the ball. Every time we pulse down, squeeze in, squeeze in. Squeeze those glutes together like we could hug the hip bones themselves, the thigh bones themselves, into the hip socket even more. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4. We're gonna get spicy. In 3, in 2, hold on 1. Now invite that pubic bone forward, slightest tuck, right heel, left heel. Here we go, squeeze up and down, up and down. Maybe we sink a little bit lower into the legs, keeping the chest lifted. That's it, right here for 8, 7. Now we're gonna change the positioning of the ball here in 5. That's it. You can. 4 more. Pull deep into those core muscles, those corset muscles wrapping in towards the spine, standing tall. It's 2. It's 1. Come down, come up, straighten those legs, bring your hands together and the ball right in between the elbows. Yeah, nice and low. Sink back into those legs. Big squeeze of the elbows in. Now the legs are getting an isometric hold here. We're gonna wrap the tailbone slightly forward. Elbows are in line with the shoulders. Hands are pressing. Now we're squeezing those glutes one towards the other. Finding the inner thighs magnetizing in. It's like we're trying to squeeze our heels. Right to the left and left to the right. Give it 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes, standing tall in the upper body. Core is ignited here. It's 3. It's 2 on 1. Every time you squeeze in, it's both heels up. Squeeze, down. Squeeze, down. Squeeze, down. Up. Yes. 8. 7. Pubic bone wraps forward. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Yes. 1 more. Hold it here. Reach for the ball. Heels still high. Press it up to the ceiling. Now we're going to pulse, holding the ball in the right hand. Take it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pass. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pass. 5. Take it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Heels are just an inch above the ground. Sink it nice and low. Hold it here. Oh, that's a full body shake for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2. So good. Heels down. Lengthen those legs out. Point the toes forward first. And then we're going to bow down, holding the ball, sliding the ball forward, and then just giving yourself a little stretch. You can press down into that ball. Take it from knee to knee. Side lunge. Stretch it out to the left. And then to the right. That feels good. Let's go for 4. Super nice. 3 more. Nice deep lunges. The tailbone is reaching back in space and we're keeping active through the core, pressing into that ball. Last 2. And 1 more. Pull it all the way up to standing. We're going to reach for the ball, towel off, bring yourself down to the ground, a little shake out here, moving the chair. So we've got all this mat space to our advantage. Roll it down nice and slow. Holding the ball in the hands up above the head, just like the beginning. You're going to point the toes as we lift the knees over the hips. And I want you to flatten your lower back into the ground here. So seal the navel down and roll the hips up towards the ribs. Knees stay on top of the hips. Pass the ball behind you. Let it tap the ground. Feel the lower back drive even deeper into the mat. And we're just going to lift up, squeeze, tap the shins, and press it back down. Go for length here. And then when we curl up, go for the strength of the contraction, the scooping and wrapping of the muscles in. Shoulders down the back. Chest stays nice and open. Almost like you were trying to draw your collarbones up towards the ceiling, right? Maybe there was fishing line from the collarbones to the ceiling. Squeeze up, lift. We're going to add on, keeping those knees square over the hips here. Scooping the abdominals in so you have kind of a valley formation with the abs rather than a little hill formation with the abs. We want those abdominals hugging in. Give it 2 more. Hold it up on 1. We're going to tap right knee down. We're going to squeeze back up, lift. Tap left knee down, squeeze back up, lift. So I want to get all the way up off the ground with shoulders here. Tap down, squeeze up. Wrapping the pubic bone slightly forward so we have that deep grasp of the abs here for 5, 4. Relax the shoulders. Nice soft neck. 2. Now hold it on 1. Take that left leg forward. Keep the right knee bent. And then switch. 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 We've got the ball up overhead. And your gaze is just looking down that front line of your body here for 8, 7. We're going to change things up in 5, 4, 3, 2 on 1. It's right leg long. Switch. Hug it to the right. Hug it to the left. Twist and twist. You guys, we're so close to the end here. 8 more. 7, 6. Last 5, 4. Whoo, there's that burn for 3, 2. Hold on run right here. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3. Take it to the other side. Hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Whoo, 4, 3, 2. Pull the knees in towards the chest. I almost did not make it through that one. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a little circle with the lower back to the right and then to the left. We're going to finish off nice and strong here. Taking the ball right at the lower back. So we'll lift the hips up. Take the ball just to the sacrum. So it's the very lowest part of your spine. Most of your actual bum will not be on the ball. It will be in front of it. That ball is meant to support that lowest curve of your spine, holding onto the outer edges of the mat. Bring the right toes up. Bring the left toes up. Tap the right toes down. Tap the left toes down. We're looking for control. It's right toes up, left toes up, right toes down, left toes down. Feel it out. Up, up, tap, tap. So I just want the very top of your big toe on that mat when you tap down, right? We're keeping the work in the core. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2. So good. 1 more. Take it down. Both legs come up. Now, right leg goes forward just slightly. We're going to bend the left knee in towards the chest. Now, the right heel pulses down and the left knee pulses in. Little pulse, little pulse. Lengthen that right leg out as much as you can, like you're being drawn forward from your right big toe. It's 10. Chest is open. We're wrapping into the core here. Tiny, tiny little movements. 5, 4, 3, 2 on 1. It's left leg long, right leg long. Switch it slow. Bend the right knee. So it's left heel down, right knee in. 10, 9. Whoo, we are almost there. Give it 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2 on 1. We'll lengthen the legs back out. Just switch it 4 times right here for 4. For 3, nice and slow. 2 more. 1 more. Gorgeous work. Ooh, when you're ready, pull both knees in towards the chest. Roll around on that ball a little bit. Feel it out. And then we'll take the heels down to the mat. And then we'll just roll the hips around in space a little bit more. To the right and to the left. Don't be afraid to move around on that ball here. Just exploring space. Arms out nice and wide. The only thing we have left to do here is stretch. So we're going to start with the figure 4 and take it into a lunge. Move the ball from the beneath the lower back. You'll lift the hips up. Lower the hips back down. You can roll that ball off to the side. Take the left heel into the air and the right knee in towards the chest. Give a little squeeze. You want to rotate from this right hip and then open it up so the outer edge of your right foot comes to the top of the left thigh. Feel free to wrap hands around that left thigh here. You can draw in, giving the thigh a squeeze in and that right thigh kind of a press away. And if you prefer, left heel on the ground is always a really nice kind of more passive option. A couple of big rounds of breath. One more. And we'll switch here. So left heel back up into the air. Right heel joins it this time. Flex the heel, bend the left knee, squeeze in. And then we'll rotate from the hip, finding that nice opening stretch. And again, you choose hugging the right thigh in or stamping the right heel down. Slow, steady breath just for 2. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Take the knees slowly, or the heels slowly back up, bending the knees and taking the hands right behind where the knees bend. Roll the forehead up towards the kneecaps and just take it up and down your spine a time or 2. We'll land in a tabletop position just to fold the mat over and then come to stand right up onto the knees here on that folded over section. So we've got extra padding for the knees. Come to stand tall, pubic bone underneath the navel, nice and neutral. Bring the left heel forward so it's just underneath the left knee. Neutral first, so right arm comes up. You want to feel that elongation all the way from the thigh to the hip flexor, through the oblique and shoulder, squeeze up, lift, and then without changing the shape of our pelvis here, we'll just slowly wrap it forward. Good. Now, if you wanted to add a twist right into this stretch, you're going to work to keep your pelvis in this neutral shape. Right hand comes underneath the right shoulder. We could be right here with our twist. You could lift that right knee up and deepen in, whatever feels good for you. This is your stretch. We've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, if right knee is lifted, it comes back down on 1. Use the hands for an assist if you need to. Bring the left knee back. Come to stand tall up onto the knees. Nice neutral pelvis. Right heel comes forward. Left arm goes up. Feel that stretch from knee through hip, through oblique, through shoulder. Inhale. Nothing changes about the pelvis shape. We just slowly wrap it forward here as we exhale. So good. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Nice active shape here. So we're continually inviting that pubic bone forward so we stay neutral, flat through the lower back. Add your twist here if it feels good. First option is hand down, knee down, open up. Second option is hand down, knee lifted. Nice big twist. Press down into that right heel. Right shoulder is stacked on top of the left. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2 on 1. Right from here, we're going to take the hands slightly forward, walk the hands or the right foot back, and then walk the hands back towards the toes. So we land in a little forward fold right at the back of our space and just hang out here for a moment. Maybe right knee pedals forward and then left knee pedals forward. Feel that stretch, that release through the low body. Take an inhale. Let it go as we exhale. Load the weight back into the heels and keep the knees a little bit bent. We'll just roll up to stand. Reach the hands up high, inhale. Just twice here. We're gonna exhale, bow it down, fold. Collapse over the legs here. Maybe the ribs get close to the thighs. Take a deep breath in. Weight in the heels as we exhale. And then roll, inhale all the way up to stand. Feeling the core wrap in and up as we stand tall. One more time, bow it forward. Little cool down recovery here. Sink into the ribs and the thighs. Press down through the heels. Inhale. Big exhale, release. Inhale, roll it up. This time we'll stay standing, bring the palms together just above the head, and then hug it right down in front of the chest. Close the eyes here and just thank your body for being so strong and so capable. Thank yourself for making the time, and we'll take just a breath together. Inhale. And exhale, sending that gratitude outward into the world. I thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again very soon.